Hey everybody, Jay Barino here, and welcome back. We're playing UEDAIP. It's a remake of the original StarCraft campaigns created by Nekron. So we're on to the Trial of Tassadar. 3 left. Got a brand spanking new update of the mod file today. It was just updated the day before this video is going up. How exciting. Send me in. I don't know if we're going to have a drop down, so let's double check on the briefing. The answer is no. Send me in. The misplaced tips have also been fixed. Arbiters are expensive, and replacing them clogs up enemy production. Try focusing them down with speedy units whenever you can. All right. I've been thinking about this one. Well, honestly, let's just start. We're going to get Jim, in theory, right? And then there's Phoenix with his 2 different attacks. 24? 74? Oh my gosh, we're mineral poor. Oh, that one's 17. Get out of there. 212. 34.
One of our starports, and we'll fix up any damage she may take. Don't want you wrecking our only way home now.
Subsaurian again. So we can heal Raynor at a thing. At a starport, it sounded like, according to our friend Subsaurian. Okay. Don't touch that one. We can maybe go for that one. Don't touch that one. Maybe get one more down here. Find and rescue abandoned Arbiter Tribunals to enable Arbiter warping. Okay, so we still have purple. They're still our buddies. There's an Arbiter Tribunal. There's Jim. Get down here and help, please. So, yes, it's the Graf Zeppelin. So you'll recall, the Graf Zeppelin... I'm just, like, gathering my thoughts here. I might just restart. This mission always scares me. It's very difficult. The Graf Zeppelin we got a long time ago at the end of the vanilla Terran campaign. We were able to choose between a bunch of different battle cruisers. So it does explosive damage in an area, Yamato gun. It costs less, but does AoE, so we want to use it on units and not buildings, basically. Graf Zeppelin launches a Wraith every 3rd attack at the cost of 20 gas. Okay, so now it costs gas. Interesting. Well, maybe let's just go look around. Basically, we want to find some enemies to start attacking. Apparently, there was an exploit where you could attack your own stuff. Nekron has since removed that. So you can no longer purposefully attack your own stuff in order to get a bunch of resources. Okay, you hop in there. We're going to get this saturated. Okay, so here's my thought. We come on up here, and we just start attacking. So we want to start generating some Wraiths. And the hope is we just get a big old fleet of... They're not free, but they are, you know, they are Wraiths. They exist. That might be everything we need. And then we want to... I see some resources up there, so we probably want to get up there as soon as possible. Yeah, perfect, perfect. And then we chill here with the carrier to cover us, as we just steadily build up a ton of Wraiths as we attack. We need to make sure we have enough gas at all times to get more and more. And then meanwhile, these resources are slowly increasing to levels that we've... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. All right, so 12 patches, right? I think. And then we got Phoenix here. He's doing his best. Okay, this is the perfect time, I think, to do something like this.
Right on. Sounds fun. Oh, yeah. Raider here.
Okay, you back these... No. You go ahead and back these up.
Oh, yeah.
Again, the goal here is we just want to be attacking as much as possible with the Hyperion
Raider here.
in order to generate more and more Wraiths. And we're just going to keep doing that. It's going to be real wacky wild. The next thing I'm going to do is run a probe up here. I don't know what path they need to take to get up there, but we're going to give it a shot. All right, here come Archons. Okay, back out. Help me. So we can repair Raynor. I don't know at what speed or if it costs money or what. Well, that dude... Oh, okay. I thought he was broken, but he was actually getting repaired by the shield battery. Yes, attack my carrier. That's fine with me. You gotta help, though.
Attack formation. Coordinates received.
Okay, this is interesting. Again, this is only because we chose the Graf Zeppelin. And it was in a spot that was particularly difficult to get to. So I feel like this is a pretty legit way to go. Okay, we need to actually be building stuff now. Okay, we did find a base. It's not a very flush base, so I'm going to take it because, I mean, I guess Raynor might be able to take this one, but it doesn't seem like it's in a great spot for him to have. Okay, we're just going to keep generating rates, and this is also, this is sort of bleeding the enemy dry a little bit.
Standing back. Attack formation.
Because they're building stuff, they're spending their money. I'm getting wraiths. I found a second base already. Go down here and kill this Reaver so that it doesn't bother me, and then grab Zeppelin, get up here, and just keep attacking stuff. Perfect. Okay, we are still attacking. We're fine. We're picking off Reavers so that they don't attack my main base. Raynor's Raiders up there doing the Lord's work, continuing to do the Lord's work. We got to move in here pretty soon. Okay, gateway's done. I mean, I think we're just going to get to Stargate as soon as possible, right? Let's get a pylon there. Okay, we have to be careful because these wraiths will die quickly if we're not careful. If we're not paying attention to them. And we gotta also kill these, we want to kill these High Templar before they research Storm, because that would be a big, big disaster for us. Okay, look out. Carrier, just move on up and destroy the cannons, please. Let's focus fire down the cannons. Now, the other thing, though, is presumably the Wraiths and Jim are going to be stuck at 1-1 the whole time, right? That's no good. I mean, it's not terrible, but, like, it's not great. Let's go ahead and get this gas. We're going to need gas in the long run for sure. I guess save. Decent start. I feel like we were only able to do this because of our Graf Zeppelin choice a long time ago. How's he doing on health? His health is fine. And we're just steadily attacking and destroying some stuff. 422. Okay, these are looking a little more flush now, so let's get a few more probes on this. Don't chase. Basically, Jim, I'm going to leave on hold position because I never want him chasing stuff. I just want him constantly shooting, getting more and more wraiths. More and more wraiths. And again, Orange has been building units like non-stop to stop us. You know what? That's fine. I'll take that. That's a free pick. Okay, and we got rid of a decent chunk of units there. That's huge. Next, let's get some cannons going over here. We can get 6 probes on this. Let's just do 1 per patch. That's fine with me right now. Jim's looks like Jim's doing something over there too. I mean, I have actual Jim, but you know what I mean. The other Jim, the real Jim. That appears to be an enemy arbiter, so let's chase that down. Make our own cannons here. Okay, and remember, when they start rebuilding those, that's good for us. Now, Jim, move on over. Actually, be attacking, please. Hold position. So I could repair him in his own base too, or is it only this one? Because that one's kind of out of the way and in a weird spot. Now let's get this saturated. 4. Okay, that's my ally. Whew, I was worried. Okay, and then soon we need to get a Stargate, so that we can start making our own carriers, right? We're not quite there yet. Don't chase wraiths. Jim, just keep attacking. I wonder if we could just go ahead and start attacking down in that direction now. Just take out another orange area. By taking this out, maybe we're going to free up Jim for taking this. I mean, we want to get Jim his base as well. I don't know if it's in the cards for us, but if it is, that would be great. Okay, move on forward. Keep inching. And then let's go ahead and get our Stargate. The sooner we can get up to 8 interceptors, the better. Okay, the other thing too is we have all these wraiths that can respond quickly. Yo, look at look at Raynor's Rainer's dudes here.
Sounds fun. Transmit
Okay,
coordinates.
time to start inching.
Standing by.
I'm gonna hotkey
Sector locked in.
my wraiths here and see if we can actually be a little careful with them. Let's go for these cannons so that they don't bother us later.
Right on.
We have to decide. Eventually, we're gonna have to go and repair Rainer, but he's very slow. So, like, we'll get there eventually. But for now, again, we're gutting Orange's capabilities here to do anything. I'm gonna dive that carrier too.
Coordinates received.
Ooh, we do get upgrades on Rainer. I guess as Rainer's base actually researches the air upgrades, we get them. Oh, yeah. Okay, still waiting on this. You know what? I'm going to get a second one. I'm going to get a second one. We're going to get some more cannons up here, too. Just like wherever they'll fit, honestly. Okay, we're not oversaturated here still. And I'm going to come over here and take this base, because why not? When we can afford it.
Transmit coordinates.
Okay, Jim is fine. Again, as long as he continues to just shoot stuff. We're eventually going to need some detection as well. We're missing detection. Fleet beacon. It's 300. Again, I'm getting this stuff saturated here momentarily. It's going to take some time. Okay, fleet beacon. And then we want to take that base next. I see another Arbiter Tribunal. That's green. Don't chase into cannons, please. Very important. Go for this. Now, the thing is, too, I have a ton of wraiths that can fly back to my base and cover me if needed. I cannon up this side because this side is purple, which is sort of covering that entrance. I mean, maybe not perfectly, but they are doing something. Okay, that's good for now until we get enough minerals to take that base, which should be in a pretty safe spot for us to take. Arbiter? Mission tip told me to go for Arbiters. I'm going for Arbiters. Okay, next. We're going to go for these cannons. And then the gateway, because they continue to build.
Transmit coordinates.
The fact that Rainer is getting upgrades is huge, and then those upgrades also benefit our flippin' wraiths that spawn from Graf Zeppelin is maybe too good. I mean, to be fair, the way I look at it is like I worked hard to get the Graf Zeppelin in the end at the end of the Terran campaign, right? It was no joke to get that, so I'll take it. And then we have another base down here we can take. Here comes purple as well. So orange is mostly gutted. Rainer's been working on this area. Again, I would like Rainer to take a base where he can. Okay, let's not make any more carriers for now. Okay, 650, 400 is wild. Okay, well, I'm glad we're getting this set up. We're gonna need a lot of gas over time.
This is Jimmy.
Rainer continues to shoot. Just keep hitting him with that volley, buddy. Okay. So it seems like cyan and orange are our main antagonists on this map. Go and get that. I was waiting for the stasis to start.
Reporting in.
Did it just leave? Did it get away?
Roger.
Maybe we killed it. I'm not sure.
Anytime you're ready.
Okay, we're gonna go for these cannons up here so that they don't bother us later. And I'm gonna get just a few more cannons to stop any errant units that happen to walk up here. I feel like this has been non-stop action. I'm really enjoying this. Can I get this saturated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But it's also a very, very flush, area.
Sector locked in.
Okay, purple's working on that area down there.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Jim?
This is Jimmy. Sounds fun.
We just want to have him keep attacking stuff. Okay, can we afford another carrier yet? No, but let's keep getting upgrades. And start getting upgrades.
Standing by.
Perfect, good work.
Locked in. Go
Okay, they now have Storm. We may have let Orange live too long. Jim, you have to go back to your starport and live. I feel like a lot of my wraiths flew around. Oh no, they're all up here. Never mind, I have a ton. Of course, he's just like slightly out of range. How's my ally down south doing? I see some cyan in their base. Okay. Weird, but alright. keep saturating this base.
Roger. Sector locked in.
Let's not throw this stuff away. I'm curious to see once Jim gets to his base how fast he will rebuild. I will take this too. Heal.
Anytime you're
Very slow, but you know what? We just got to leave him. He's very, very strong, so let's just leave him.
attack formation. Roger.
Still at 1-1. That's fine.
Standing by.
That is fine with me.
Reporting in.
And
Coordinates received.
we're chilling, okay? We're chilling. We're going to go ahead and get our 4 other interceptors, and I would just love to build at least one other carrier. I feel with enough cannons at home plus Phoenix, I'm feeling okay for him right now. And as soon as Jim is repaired up to, you know, a decent amount, we move out with him again. Okay, his units are moving out. We might want to go and support him with our giant Wraith fleet. And I'm going to build a pylon here so that we can hold on to this area. And, I mean, a big part of it, I've just never really had enough saturation. It looks like we can have 4 more probes to fully saturate this area, because these are, well, not this one. This is only 22. We don't want to mine that out now. After all this time, that would be a mistake. We can let that come out, kind of come back. Okay, Wraiths. Again, I was told to target Arbiters. I will target Arbiters, especially before they get enough energy to potentially storm me.
Transmit coordinates.
It looked like Jim had a group moving out trying to do something, but now he's gone. Okay, never mind. We're coming back because I see a big old flood of Zealots. Big old flood of Zealots. We will attack them from the sky. I feel like Jim has not really made any progress, unfortunately. All right, now I have money. So we go 650 and then one more. So Cyan is going to be the bigger problem, I think, in the long run here. Okay, Nexus, go ahead and you're going to survive. You're fine. Okay, if that's the attack, if that's the only attack they had for me, then this is fine. And Jim, how are you doing? About halfway back. A little over halfway back. And then we gotta cannon this area up. How you doing? You seem fine. Again, they're kind of exposed down there, so we want to make sure that they don't die.
Anytime you're ready.
Okay. Carriers. Yo, you gotta help, though.
Go ahead, Commander. Roger.
Oh god, I don't want this carrier to die. It's been OG for a long time. Wait a minute, it's just clicking with me now that there's like a bunch of stasis cells all over the place. What's going on there? Okay, Jim's taken that area, so I'm gonna come and just chill here for a second. And we're gonna make a bunch of...
Reporting in.
bunch of stuff. Orange still exists. You know what? I'm just going to leave Jim to his whatever he's doing down there for now. Ooh, ooh. Okay, this is fine. What I need are pylons, actually. And I would love to start a robo base so that I could actually start... I could see invisible stuff. 10 supply. My goodness. Okay. And Jim, you've repaired this long, you might as well get back up to full. And he's cleared out the rest of Orange because we gave him space. We gave him space to do it. Oh my gosh. Incredible. Okay, now we're floating too much money. I just need to wait for these pylons to finish. Help me. Help me. Okay, you love that. Oh, I see something going on the left. Help them. We got to go down and help them. Wraiths, you're on it. Get down there and save our ally. We don't want these folks to die needlessly. Boom. And then we go robotic facilities, so we can start making some observers eventually, because they have a lot of arbiters.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay, the carrier's dead. We have wraiths here that can help clean this stuff up. Again, we want to preserve this ally. If we wouldn't have intervened here, it's possible they would have died. Still at 1-1, unfortunately. Jim is almost back up. Again, I mean, at this point, we might as well just get him back over here.
Instructions.
Okay, make interceptors. And Jim get hotkeys separately. I hope he takes that. I'm sure he will here soon. And we still have Phoenix over here. I'm just going to make a bunch of Zealots. And then let's get one with the Kalai. I don't know, or one with the Kala. I don't know if that affects... I feel like that's probably not going to affect...
Upgrade complete.
Carriers. That'd be cool if it did, but I feel like it's not gonna. Another carrier. I did mine out one of those patches, but that's, you know, at this point, it's fine. We're mining stuff out, but we can go ahead and start rotating units down to these instead. And as soon as these other carriers are done, I think we're going to go ahead and start moving. At this point, like, when you have, like, 5 or 6 in this mod, I think it's more than enough. Okay, so I'm going to get another Stargate. We're going to get an observatory. Okay, come on over here. And it looks like Jim is doing the Lord's work over there and finishing up that base. I like that a lot. Turn in your minerals. Turn them in. You can do it. There you go.
Carrier has arrived.
Honestly, I attribute all success to the Graf Zeppelin. Incredible. I don't know if Jim's going to take this, but I'm about to. I don't even really know if I need another base, though, at this point. Feel like we're doing okay. Okay, carrier, and then let's start getting scout upgrades so we can mix in some scouts or maybe even escorts. Observer sight range, just queue up a big group of these to follow us around, or follow Jim around at the very least. And now we got to start clearing out the rest, or the upper part of Cyan, or not. Maybe we just don't. We just want to go. Well, I guess the whole point I'm realizing now is Nekron has this so that there's a bunch of different stasis cells, so you don't know which one he's in. Obviously, he's not going to be in the ones that were closest to us. That makes sense that that is the case, but that is certainly an interesting difference. Okay, carrier there. You know what? Now that I can, I'm going to get arbiters. 400 gas. My goodness. Let's get the increased energy, and then I will fortify this, because if we lose it, then we can no longer make arbiters. Not that that's a big deal, because I don't really use them very much, but if we can keep it alive. And this line of cannons will defend my purple ally a little bit, too. It'll at least thin out some. And there's more arbiter tribunals. There's at least 2 I see green on the map. So this will thin out any air units that Cyan tries to send against purple. So this helps preserve purple. And I have plenty of money. I don't have gas. I mean, my gas income is fine, but I'm spending it very, very fast.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, looking good. So I'd say... Okay, carrier here. Then arbiter coming out. Rally. And rally.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Upgrade complete.
And let's go ahead and move. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add my carriers to Jim's group.
Raider here.
Carrier has arrived. Your warriors have engaged.
And while I should probably be making, or I should be getting Dragoon range, I want to just, I mean, I should probably just get another, it's too late now, but another Cyber Core would have been useful.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, let's get in there. Okay, let's go ahead and start chipping away at this area here. Looks like Jim's going to be moving there, too. Jim being an allied AI here is really, really handy. I like it a lot.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
Dude, mass fire bat attack, that's what I like to see. Jim's making progress. Apparently the latest update actually made Jim better. And I appreciate that.
Carrier has arrived.
Okay, let's go and move these over here.
Upgrade complete.
Just remember we gotta focus fire down the Arbiters. This one cannon's just been chipping away at me for legitimate years. Alright, with this amount, I don't know if there's that much that could stop us. And then with Jim, we just, like, leave him sort of up here on hold position so that he just keeps shooting and generating more rates, which are now 2-2. What's cool here is, like, the reward for having gone out of my way to get the more challenging battlecruiser. I don't know if that's not... it was harder to get this. Like, there was a temptation in the earlier Terran mission to basically get an easier... basically get an easier battlecruiser. Like, you can just get Hyperion pretty early, and there's not much contest to it. Whereas Graf Zeppelin's like way deeper into an enemy base. So the fact that I did that feels really good. Like we're being rewarded for that. Okay, I think we want to actually keep these outside of Jim's hotkey group because having Jim added to the hotkey group means that he won't. It won't let me build interceptors. Okay, this is why we have random defense pretty much everywhere. But my attacking force is going to be fine. I will research stasis just so I guess I have it, but you know. Okay, and we're pretty much maxed out. There's nothing else. I mean, I can get 4 escorts. Scouts cost 3 supply, which is a bit of a bummer. But I want to get rid of all this so that Jim can do, you know, something. All right, at this point, I'm pretty sure we've won. Very exciting stuff. I'm not sure there's anything that could be done to stop us besides mass stasis, which of course they could do, but keep in mind, destroying the yada 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 makes them do something slower, etc., etc.
It is a good day to die.
Okay, gravitic booster.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
So this is another instance where I feel like I'm bleeding Cyan dry as they come to try to reinforce this area as I attack these stasis cells. Wouldn't it be cool if one of these just had Tassadar in it? That would actually be insane. Jim continues to attack and spawn wraiths as well. It's like it's such a way to push forward in combat here by generating these units. They're not free, but at this point our gas income is good enough that we don't really have to worry about anything. So one thing I'm noticing, the difference here with the way carriers work is the interceptors move faster, but they also move in like a much wider arc. So you don't have as so like every time they kind of swoop in and all shoot, that's a huge wave of DPS. And the difference here is because that's... Wait, did we actually get a little zealot out of this? Go ahead, buddy. Get home. So like the DPS is like a little bit, just a tiny, tiny bit less, I think, per carrier. But they're way tankier. They cost more supply. They cost more resources. I think the idea here, though, is the DPS is a bit lower. Not by much, though. It's just because the interceptors, while they fly really fast in these big swoops, which makes them really spooky. Yo, and purple's been pushing in. Oh, is this not connected? Oh, there's no ground path anymore. Okay, buddy. Well, you can just chill there. I guess I could recall him home.
Go ahead, Commander.
I'm just gonna come on down here and follow these.
Transmit cord.
All these wraiths are so low. Can I send these to get repaired? Jim?
Transmit coordinates.
Dude, the Wraith Swarm kept me alive. I mean, it did cost gas, but not as much as a normal Wraith would, and you get them at a very consistent rate. It's actually incredible. Yeah, don't let them stasis us, please. Jim, keep pushing forward as well. I think this is our ticket to victory.
Roger.
Yeah, so the interceptors move faster, so it seems like a little more chaotic, like they're scarier. They have like, they're visually a little more scary in this way. I like it a lot. But I think they're meant to be like capital ships in UEDAIP are meant to be like, I guess, a little more like support type stuff. Maybe not Guardians, I don't know. You're meant to make you're supposed to make them as part of a more diverse group of units, though. I know that for sure.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay, that's powered down. We are on top of these 3. These are like the deepest in the base. They could be over here too. Well, actually, no, nothing's highlighted over there. Could be that one. We've also sort of gutted this base, and it gives Jim a place where he can drop and land. Oh, good luck, buddy. Why aren't these guys shooting? Defend yourself, Jim. What's going on here? Temporary truce. Jim has made a truce with the Conclave, but it's actually a trick. We're on top of the stasis cells now. Again, this might not be the right one. It might be like you have to destroy a certain amount. Once you destroy a certain amount of them, then it counts as victory, and he'll be in the one that you destroy last. So, like, there's that one, and there's that one. They are revealed, and there's that one. So there's still a bunch. I'm just going to gut their mining here.
Oh, yeah.
Don't destroy my Arbiters. They take a long time to build. They're in queue for really long. Didn't you read this tip? We're still at 201 supply. I think most of our wraiths, all of our wraiths are probably dead. Jim will continue to keep them busy where they're actually producing units while I'm over here gutting, presumably, their main infrastructure. Dude, they got 2 geysers? Excuse me? What's a boy got to do to get 2 geysers? And they don't have detection either. This is perfect. Still want Jim attacking here. The BC itself is really floaty. It moves really weird, has like a really slow turn rate as well. Again, it's because it's named after a giant blimp.
Instructions.
Okay, move on up.
Affirmative.
Okay, I guess down here next. Well, there isn't a stasis cell down there, but start rebuilding the Wraith group. Again, nothing's gonna be able to stop this amount of carriers. This is purely a victory lap at this point, as long as we're careful. Right? Anything could happen. Oh, hey, Jim did expand. I don't think it matters. I mean, again, purely because we have Graf Zeppelin, which was banked from when I took it in the Hammer Falls. I think we were able to make especially good time here. Yes, destroy the Arbiter so that it's in the production queue for very long, as the tip told us. This seems to be their main air production here. So let's get rid of it. Here's the thing, too, with carriers. Like, I'm not microing them at all. It's probably better that you individually destroy structures, because, like, one enemy comes up like a scout, and it distracts your carriers in that wide swoop of attack that the interceptors do for a really long time. And then the Wraiths, you kind of need to babysit. Oh, that's too bad. Well, we have another one that's fortified completely. Let's see if this gets it for us. As you can see, again, I should have just focus fired there instead. Whoa! We don't want to lose Jim here at the end. That would be a mistake. He was not in there. Maybe you have to destroy literally every single one. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
This is Jimmy.
Part of me wants to just send Jim home at this point. I'm a little scared for him. Getting rid of that Arbiter Tribunal, assuming they don't have another one, would be big. Cyan still clearly has a lot of infrastructure elsewhere. But what we're doing is we're clearing the way for Jim if and when he wants to start dropping with large attacks. Same with Purple. You know, they'll actually be able to make more progress. They've been really good at distracting for us as well. Okay, Arbiter Tribunal gone. Jeez.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
I don't think this is what Tassadar wanted. I think Tassadar wanted us to do a surgical strike to get him out. The whole point was like, stop fighting and killing each other. We're all Protoss, but here we are, murdering literally everything. See, you right-click the Stargate, let the scout hit us once or twice. It's no problem. I think that's, you know, the correct way to use carriers, and here we are. And since I realized that these shuttles, there's no ground path. try this one.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna save just in case. I mean, this might just be the end, but yeah, oh, there he is.
I expected you to attempt to retrieve your hero. You will learn that the will of the Conclave is absolute. Make peace with Adun. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
The stewards of Tassadar shall not fall while the Dark Templar live. Call off your guards and stand aside, and you may yet live to see another moonrise.
I will not be addressed so by one so devoid of the Kala's light. You and your vile brethren shall die with these traitors.
Are you truly so blinded by your vaunted religion that you cannot see the fall ahead of you? Your conclave believes that they are winning this war, but all they have succeeded in doing is helping the Overmind to win.
What could you possibly know about our designs, blasphemer?
You speak of knowledge, Judicator. You speak of experience. I have journeyed through the darkness between the most distant stars. I have beheld the births of negative sounds and borne witness to the entropy of entire realities. Unto my experience, Alderus, all that you have built here on Iora is but a fleeting dream. A dream from which your precious conclave shall awaken, finding themselves drowned in a greater nightmare.
We shall see.
Nice. Man, I feel like I've played this game so much. And this is the first playthrough I'm realizing that the Protoss campaign in vanilla StarCraft has so much monologuing. Oh my gosh, the end of every mission is like, I am this guy and I've done this thing in the past and it's time to go home and do this other thing. And it's just on and on and on, man. I like this mission. I do think that I sort of skirted around maybe the difficulty a bit in that I was able to start chipping away at Orange and build up like a giant fleet of Wraiths right at the beginning. And if I was a little more, if I would have been like a little bit more diligent, I probably could have kept more of them alive. A bunch of them probably ended up flying into cannons. I feel like if you do that, all I wanted to do was take my carrier and Jim, you know, a strong force, knowing that if I found some enemies, I could start attacking them and start building up some Wraiths. The 20 gas cost, obviously it's a nerf from the original Graf Zeppelin, but clearly it needed it. And I was thinking I'm going to move towards the blue base to see if I'm connected and if there's a base in between us, and then I'd be like, well, maybe want to leave an open base for Jim to take, etc., etc. Instead, what I found was an orange base where I just started attacking, you know, non-cannons, and I was able to build up all these Wraiths. It was incredible. Again, I feel like I earned it, though. I worked hard to get that specific battlecruiser back in the Hammer Falls when I could have taken a much easier option. So it's really cool, and I presume that we'll get him on the 10th Protoss mission here too. I don't know. We'll see when we get there what the AI options are like. If we'll be able to control Jim, if he's going to be AI. My understanding is you can choose whether he'll be AI controlled or you have his base or you control his base. I don't know about the hero though. I suppose we'll find out. But this was a fun map. I like this. The addition of the multiple stasis cells made it so that you couldn't just build, you know, 4 control groups of scouts and right-click the stasis chamber. Yeah, I don't know. And there's also the possibility that there's some, like, wacky bank data being saved on any of this stuff. I have no idea as well moving forward. But, you know, we've played the Brood War campaigns, and I don't plan on revisiting them, even though I know a lot of changes have been made. But this is a fun map. I like this one. Trying to think, you know, what else to really say about it besides the Graf Zeppelin, truly the star of the show. Truly the star of the show, I gotta say. You can heal Raynor, which is nice, and he gets upgrades, and the fact that those upgrades apply to the Wraiths is cracked. Now, maybe, I'm gonna regret saying this, but I've already beaten the map, so Nekron, if you do this, I'm not gonna replay it. But one thing you could do is make the Wraiths, every time they spawn, count towards your supply. So that you could end up going way over supply with Wraiths, which would mean that unless you're building supply structures like crazy, you can't build other units. So, like, you can't build probes, etc., etc. You can't build units back at home for base defense. The fact that the Wraiths spawn and don't count towards your supply is probably too good. The addition of the Vespene cost That's cool. I know that you removed the exploit where, like, players were able to shoot their own buildings in the past in order to generate them. That's been removed. So, like, there's been a lot of work done on this. I still think it's probably a little too good, at least for this map in particular. This map wasn't super easy, but definitely felt a little easy compared to the start of this campaign, that's for sure. But this is very unique for my battlecruiser choice. There were like 6 or 7 battlecruisers to choose from back in Hammer Falls. So you have 7 different possible player experiences to kind of account for when you balance this map, knowing that they could have any... Basically, you have to balance it around the weakest Rainer. The weakest possible battlecruiser, you have to assume that's what the player has, and then allow them to beat it some way using that, at least. I think I had the strongest one. But that's up for debate. All right, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.